This is Chris, the Idaho Painter here on Paint Live TV. This is part 2 of our questions and answers video. I brought Lisa back again.
I haven't left.
She actually hasn't left, but
I haven't left.
That was the best questions and answers video I think I've ever done.
Well, we'll see.
And so, I think
this might be posted. It might not.
I like your perspective. I like you keeping me on track, and I think that worked very well.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if the results came out.
If people don't give us a thumbs up, then
this may not even be shown.
It may not even be shown. Because who knows if everybody hated the first one. Give Lisa a thumbs up if you like her, and if
not, I won't get hurt.
I'll
just go do my office work.
If you have a question, leave a question down in the comment section below. Subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell. It's really weird. So if you subscribe and don't hit the notification bell, it doesn't really do anything because the subscribing means really nothing. So
I guess that's weird.
It's free, easy to do. It doesn't cost you anything. All it does is when you do those two things, you get an email every time we come out with a new video.
That's a good thing.
Which is just like once a week. It's no big deal. So subscribe, hit the notification bell. If we use your question in this video, you get a gift certificate to our store at store.idaho.
How does that happen? Do they have to DM us or email us, right?
If they're not even watching this, they wouldn't even know. What we do is we have their name, we DM them, say, hey, we used your question on our video, and then they have to respond back to us.
And then we send a gift card.
If you're watching this video and we use your question, just automatically DM us, and if you don't know what DM means, I really can't help you on that.
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, just Google it.
I am not tech savvy, and I even know that.
We're not going to tell you.
So,
Peanut's back.
She hasn't left.
She's
she took a walk today, and she's really sleepy.
All right, this is really going to drag on. So we got Tyler here. Tyler's going to be asking questions again. Here we go.
From our
and
viewers.
I promise not to say good question.
All right, the Great Branzino asks, hi, I noticed in your video on how to stain a cedar-sided house about solid body stains, and noticed that you used something to patch the butt joints of the cedar lap. What product did you use?
I'm not going to say that. So, I have to go back and watch the video, but when it comes to, because I don't even know what, when it comes to cedar-sided homes, log homes, and stuff like that, it's never good practice to do any caulking because those homes, you're actually just staining it and stuff. But there are times when people previously caulk stuff, and we've got some butt joints and stuff that we need to caulk and stuff to make the home look consistent and stuff to what it was, the way it was done before. But if I'm walking up to a cedar-sided home, it's never been done before. Usually there's not going to be any caulking on butt joints and stuff like that. But if I was going to caulk it, I highly recommend using Big Stretch. Is one of the caulkings that you should use. Very good bonding capabilities, stretching capabilities, but it doesn't, like caulking a cedar-sided home just doesn't look natural. I may think it kind of makes it look a little bit unnatural, but once again, there's a possibility you can do that. If you, like your butt joints, if you use something that's hard, like Bondo or wood putty or spackle or something like that, you're going to have a lot of expansion and contraction. It's going to break that, it's going to crack it, and it's eventually going to come out. So we probably use caulking, and I can't tell you the exact reason unless I went back and watched the video.
Yep, because we started making videos 9 years ago. You did.
Yeah, and I have like maybe 1,300 videos now that I've done. It's crazy, and a lot of them, there's so many old ones that I did, and I actually privatized them because they're just old, and we've changed, and we've learned along the way, and our methods and processes have changed since then. So I privatized them. You can't see them no more. All right, next question.
The kid asks, hey Chris GM, I do custom course countertops in kitchens and have recently been doing a lot of painting which I enjoy immensely. I have a lot of cabinet jobs I wouldn't mind taking on, so I'm curious as to what equipment you would recommend me investing in, as I always strive for professional results. Thank you, bro, for any and all insight. It's greatly appreciated.
I want you to learn the countertop thing.
No problem, bro. That would be, we can swap. I can
Swap.
give him the information he needs. He can give me the information
I'll
I
put something,
need.
you
So,
could do a countertop in my house.
So I do have, I just shot a video right on the table, right there is some of the equipment we use. I got a video that we're, all the HVLP accessories you should have in an HVLP sprayer that we use to do cabinets. So I used to spray all my cabinets with an airless sprayer, did it for many, many years, had amazing results, never any customer complaints. We eventually went from water-based coatings, spraying with airless sprayers, to HVLP sprayers and using lacquers. Our finish quality looked better, the amount of product we used went down, overspray went down. It significantly changed. In 2 HVLP sprayers, Titan Cap Spray 115, we used it for years. Absolutely an amazing sprayer with the Maxim Elite gun, one of my favorite guns. And then I also use an Apollo Precision 5, the limited edition sprayer with the 7700 atomizer gun. And after this video, go check out the video of all the accessories I think you should have with an airless or with an HVLP sprayer when it comes to doing cabinets. And this is going to make the process a lot easier, for you. So you can spray, if you're using an airless sprayer, I sprayed with a 310 tip doing cabinets, and make sure that tip is always new every time you do a cabinet job. If you're using an HVLP sprayer, we went from lacquers to water-based coatings. I never used lacquers no more because the flammability and explosion risk painting cabinets anymore. So, and just the differences with an airless sprayer, you don't have to thin any of your products. We never did. HVLP.
So you would recommend an HVLP sprayer?
Absolutely.
And you have the Apollo and you have the Titan Cap Spray 115.
Yep.
So that's one thing. Paint line products, those are things you use to do cabinets.
Yep, so paint line, the spray rack, this is an absolute essential tool when it comes to painting cabinets. And because we spray our doors hanging up, so you can spray all sides of it hanging up. We put it on their hanging rack system. We went from doing cabinets in 4 days to do 2 days, just automatically right away by using that type of system.
So you have videos talking about your cabinet process using the paint line. You have a lot of videos showing all the different paint line products. Yep. Is there any other tips you can have? Give them one more.
One more tip.
For doing cabinets.
For doing cabinets, I would say properly prep. So we wash them with Dawn dish soap, and then we sand all of our cabinets with a 3x4 sander with foam sanding pads. Absolutely incredible. I got a video showing that.
What sanding system do you use?
I use the Onita EcoSand 3x4 sander. The paint line spray rack system, you can see it on our store, store.theidahopainter.com, or there'll be a link to it in the subscription. I think it's around $450. It's one of the essential investments you could ever make when it comes to painting cabinets.
Whitney Duncan asks, using that gun extension creates more overspray when the gun isn't pointed directly at the wall. Maybe it's a statement.
No, it does not. So,
well, it depends on if it's in my hand or if it's in his hand.
Well, it still doesn't. No. I mean, the gun extension.
I could be dangerous. I could cause all kinds of overspray with.
I'm gonna grab it. I'll show you. I'm gonna grab this. Here's a gun. For those of you who don't know, here's a gun extension. So. Just so happens we're shooting a video with these. So this is a gun extension. They come in varying lengths. We use them all the way as long as 30 inches, and I've been known to hook at 4 to 5 of them together to spray a ceiling. And so the gun extension, by adding 3, 4, 5 gun extensions, that does not increase the amount of overspray just by having a gun extension itself.
But what does is me having it or you having it?
It does increase spitting. So the longer the gun extension, the more it will spit when you release the trigger.
Can I give one tip? You always start and stop off your surface.
See, you actually learned something from all these years.
Because I don't like spitting.
Hanging out with a paint
and
painter,
if you just start right where you're going to paint, it's going to be spit.
Using gun extensions is absolutely essential to just longevity in painting, not climbing up and down ladders. Your reach gives you the ability to not bend over and stuff. If you want to paint for a lot of years, if you want to go home, at the day with less fatigue, you really have to have a gun extension, and then this handy little thing, which is a gun whip. And the gun whips are extremely flexible.
They're good whips.
hose
They're not the
ends.
bad whips.
So this is a 3-foot gun whip right here. It just makes the hose extremely more flexible. You can maneuver the gun, so you're going to have a lot less wrist fatigue at the end of the day. Actually, I have to this hose. You see, this is a 3-foot hose whip attached to a 25-foot hose whip that we use for just spraying doors alone. And that's actually the lime green is a custom hose whip.
That's a whip that you're okay to have.
And but you have to use it properly.
Use it properly.
These whips are gun whips for spraying.
Spraying only.
So it's a custom color, custom design whip that I had made, custom for
Store.theidahopainter.com.
for
Get
us.
yours.
So that's why it's lime green. It's my special color.
Brinkman49 asks, which do you prefer, Titan or Graco tips? I see you use both.
You do use both.
I do use both. So I would say I've predominantly used Graco for a lot of my career, and there was this demand for creating tips with less overspray. And so you have Titan has HEA tips, high efficiency airless tips, and then you have Graco that has FFLP tips or LP tips, which are low pressure tips. In this demand for creating tips that have less overspray using pumps at lower pressure, I think has done us a disservice. I think the tip quality has gone down. And now the way the tips spray, I highly recommend Titan tips. I think Titan tips are now more durable and have a better spray pattern. I like their fine finish tips better. I really like their HEA tips for spraying and ceilings because they have a really nice feathered edge. So
Tell me what HEA means.
High efficiency airless.
Efficiency
FFLP is fine finish, low pressure. That's Graco. And so they're both green. Do not get them confused. Graco is for spraying fine finishes. Titan is for spraying high production at low pressures, and it does not give you a fine finish. The green it doesn't cross reference it. It makes it confusing. But now I really like Titan's production tips, fine finishes tips, HEA tips for fences and ceilings, and they're fine finish ones for spray and trim and fine finish.
David Mateus asks, what brush is the best for trim molding, especially working with Benjamin Moore Advanced Paint?
So
really thin paint.
So Benjamin Moore Advanced is thinner. I mean, when I last time I messed around with it and used it, it reminded me, a lot of an oil-based paint and stuff. And with that paint, I would highly recommend a Premier Hampton brush. So Premier Hampton brushes are a nylon bristle brush, but it's actually it's either I think it's Tynex. Tynex and Oreo are DuPont filaments that are their version of nylon and polyester, and I believe it's Oreo, which is nylon.
It's not a bird.
It could be reversed, but they're 100% DuPont filament brushes. Premier makes some incredible brushes.
And they're
I think some of the best brushes.
an American company made in New York, so
and they're literally handmade in New York by.
Support
I
American.
saw these women hand making these brushes. They were so meticulously making these brushes and treating them with the care that they deserved. And the Hampton brush is very soft, and I feel it's a great brush for just hand brushing trim. I always keep a Hampton brush, if I'm going to hand brush like a windowsill or something like that. I don't ever brush
I'm gonna
trim.
go find one, and then maybe I have some touch-ups. It's hashtag stay at home, and so
Hashtag stay at home.
yeah, so it's time to do those projects. Let's encourage painters.
But I don't
If
think
you
it
go
says
home-
hashtag do your wife's chores for her or do the wife's honeydew list.
Okay, I don't know.
I'm slowly getting to that
I
point.
know.
I'm almost there. Those touch-ups I think they're like almost the next on the list.
Okay.
Alright, so this is the last question, and it comes from the channel PTV Grow. They say, great videos, keep up the good work so beginners like us can learn a lot more. So it's a statement again.
Oh, thank you. That's nice.
Yeah, we really appreciate the encouragement that we get, and we get a lot of encouragement, from people all over the world, and it's definitely what helps us continue to do what we do is when we hear people that appreciate what we're doing. It just means a lot to us. Every time we go out to these shows, we always have people come up to us in person too, and even say thank you, that they appreciated it or appreciate our videos and them helping us out. And some people are even saying that we've completely changed their life, which is amazing.
I mean, I think the thing is you've been learning along the way, and you learned the hard way, and so you're continuing to learn and to grow and to share, so that's the whole point, is so that you don't have to learn the hard way like you have.
Yeah, so
by using the wrong products and by
It's something you don't know. I mean, I've posted a video, or going to post a video. As of now, it's uploaded to be posted, but the Better Business Bureau did, a feature on me. It just kind of talks about who I am and where I came from. I'm a self-taught painter. I never worked for anybody. I never worked for a journeyman or anybody else. So I learned along the way. And I just posted a video, an 8-hour compilation video, and you were watching it.
Yep.
And I started listening, and I heard a video, and I was recommending spraying exteriors with a 621 tip. And that was in the beginning of my career, which I would never do now. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I told people to do that. And so I learned on the way. I mean, it was working for me then.
You were saying using a 2.5-inch brush, and now you always use 3-inch brush.
Yeah, and I found out later on that I can and that was because people recommended it to me in my videos.
This community.
I went from a 621 to a 515 because this older gentleman who worked for me for like a week, he had been like a journeyman for like 30 years, and he was using a 515. I'm like, why are you doing that? I was just like, that's just nonsense. You got to slow down. And he was like talking about overspray and efficiency and stuff like that. I'm just like, you're crazy, man.
I'm glad you didn't stick with it. You're crazy.
And because we're so resistant to change, I mean, he eventually left. I'm like, I'm going to give it a try. And you have to slow down. But there was less overspray, and I just felt like I was more efficient. I can control my gun. I just had a lot more control of what I was doing with the 515s. So things change. I mean,
things do change, and we're here to continue to keep learning and growing and share that journey with you guys.
Yeah. So I guess we bored Peanut. She's been sleeping the whole time.
Yeah.
So if you got a question or comment about anything we've said here, just leave it in the comment section below. Once again, give Lisa a thumbs up. She would appreciate it.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, spare the thumbs down for somebody else's video.
No, if you do, I understand, and I'll just go work in the office. he won't be like, Lisa, come on.
Yeah, so if you want to see Peanut again, let us know. If you have any suggestions for Peanut, leave them down in the comment section below. And if you want your question answered, give a shout out. Just say why you want to answer it, and we'll answer yours live in our next upcoming video. I think this second video went really well again. I'm glad you were here. I'm glad you didn't get out of the chair and leave.
Okay, I couldn't
and you
because
stayed
Peanut's
for
sleeping.
Part 2.
It's her nap time.
It's her nap time. Anyways, we got to get going. We got things to do. We appreciate your questions.
We're thankful for the Paint Life community.
We'll see you on our next video.